Namaste, Namaste, Namaste. I am Jonabel Alpinion, and I am Yvonne Hillary Fanua. Come with us as we embark on a voyage through the rich tapestry of Indian literature. The earliest Indian literature traces back to the Veda, the canonical Hindu-Sanskrit texts scribed in Sanskrit. Alongside the Veda, the Ramayana and the Upanishads provide a deeper insight spiritual teachings. Sanskrit literature flourished around 1500 BCE to 1000 CE, reaching into the 1st and 7th centuries CE. It encompassed not only sacred and philosophical writings, but also a myriad of genres including erotic and devotional poetry, courtly compositions, plays, and captivating narrative folktales. The modern era of Indian literature unfolded in the 18th century amidst British colonialism. Despite the influx of Western influences, Indian literary tradition endured, so the early Sanskrit classics continue to live on indelible marks on the evolving forms of poetry, novels, and drama, blending with Western ideas and literary styles. Classical Sanskrit literature constitutes the bedrock of Indian literary heritage, comprising sacred Hindu collections of poems and hymns known as the Vedas, supplemented by insightful commentaries by the Brahmanas, Aranyakas, and Upanishads. It also boasts epic poetry, wisdom literature, and reornate style of copy of poetry. Join us as we delve deeper into the captivating world of Indian literature, where tradition meets innovation and cultural richness no fill bounds. Welcome to our journey in Indian literature, where we reveal the enigmatic life and poetic brilliance of Kalidasa. Kalidasa, often referred to as the Shakespeare of India, was a renowned poet and playwright who lived in the ancient India during the Gupta period, a golden age known for its cultural, artistic, and scientific achievements. He was an illiterate shepherd who was gained knowledge and wisdom through divine intervention, possible from the goddess Kali. His literary legacy is extensive, including plays like Shakuntala, epic poems like Zambava and the Gubamsha, and lyrical composition like Mehagota. The story of Shakuntala originates from the Mahabharata, a collection of legendary philosophical and religious material dating back to 400 BCE. Kalidasa lived during the 4th century CE during the Golden Age, which was characterized by cultural flourishing across the India subcontinent. Shakuntala is set in ancient India during the Gupta Empire and unfolds against the backdrop the forested Himalayan foothills.
India, a land of diverse cultures, languages, and traditions, has a rich literary heritage that spans thousands of years. From ancient epics of modern novels, Indian literature reflects the complexity and depth of its society. The earliest traces of Indian literature can be found in Vedas, ancient sacred texts composed in Sanskrit, dating back over 3 million. These texts, such as the Veda and the Upanishads, explore profound philosophical concepts and spiritual truths. The epics Mahabharata and Ramayana holds a special place in Indian literature. They're not just tales of heroism and divine intervention, but also repositories of moral and ethical teaching guiding generations through their timeless wisdom. Indian literature flourished under various dynasties, producing remarkable works in languages such as Tamil, Kannada, Telugu, Bengali, and others. The Sangam literature in Tamil Nadu, for instance, is celebrated for its lyrical poetry and depth insights into human emotions.
And still, I am marching past and welcome to our character web analysis for Shakuntala by Kalidasa. In this integrated narrative, we'll explore the relationship between key characters and how they shape the story themes and content.
In the ancient Indian epic Shakuntala, written by Kalidasa, the characters form intricate relationships that drive the narrative forward. Let's explore the connection between these characters.
Shakuntala, a young and beautiful maiden, raised by the sage Kanva in the forest hermitage.
Kanva, the sage, found and raised Shakuntala as his own daughter. Dushyanta, the king of Hastinapur, who encountered Shakuntala in the forest during a hunting expedition. Priyamvada and Anasuya, Shakuntala's friend and fellow maiden in the hermitage.
Sage Durvasa, the short-tempered sage who cursed and plays a crucial role in the story. Minata, a celestial nymph and Shakuntala's mother, who appears in some versions of the story. Bharata, the son born to Shakuntala and Dushyanta, who becomes the great emperor. As the connections are made, the character well begins to take shape, showcasing the relationship between Shakuntala and the other characters in the web.
These connections from the intricate web of relationship that define the story of Shakuntala, illustrating the interplay between love, destiny, and the consequences of our actions.
In the intricate dance of fate within Shakuntala, the tale of Shakuntala and King Dushyanta commences with a serendipitous encounter in the forest. Shakuntala, a maiden of extraordinary beauty, crosses paths with King Dushyanta. In that fateful encounter, the hearts of the two were instantly intertwined with love and soon flourished into a romantic relationship. Their affection leads them to marry in secret, pledging eternal devotion to one another. Yet in the tranquility of their love, duty beacons King Dushyanta away, leaving Shakuntala with nothing but his ring and his solemn vow to return. It takes a cruel turn for Shakuntala when she unwittingly angers the sage Durvasa while she was lost in the moment of her dream's accomplishment. This event triggers the anger of sage Durvasa and curses Shakuntala, declaring that the person she was thinking of will fully forget about her existence. This shakes the world of Shakuntala and earnestly pleads with sage Durvasa for forgiveness and to remove the curse. To Shakuntala's demise, the curse can only be altered and can never be revoked.
The condition to break the curse is to present an item that was given by the person she was thinking of in the same moment, which leads her to disrespect the sage Durvasa. Only then will she be able to restore her husband's memory. Hopeful to break the curse, Shakuntala commences her journey outside the forest, bringing along with her the signet ring given to her by King Dushyanta that would allow her to break the curse. However, in a playful scheme of destiny, Shakuntala loses the ring in a river as she travels her way to King Dushyanta. Shakuntala totally failed to achieve her goal of breaking the curse and restoring her husband's memory. Broken-hearted, she returns to the forest and gives birth to their son Bharata. In a twist of fate, long time had already passed. A fisherman finds the lost ring in a fish's stomach and brings it to King Dushyanta. The sight of the ring triggers King Dushyanta's memories, signifying that the curse has been lifted. The family is now finally reunited, overcoming the whimsical dance of destiny.
Next is the conflict. The narrative of Shakuntala is marked by a deep sense of internal and external conflict. At the heart of the story is somehow a turbulent relationship between Shakuntala and King Dashyanta, whose love is tested by the curse of sage Durvasa. This conflict not only drives the plot forward, but also serves as a reflection of the wider social cultural tensions present in the Indian context. Next is the author's style. The famous Sanskrit playwright Kalidasa, the author of Shakuntala, is known for his poetic and masterful use of language. His writing style is characterized by metaphor, vivid imagination, and a deep understanding of the human condition. Through his masterful use of language, the authors capture the nuances of emotion and the complexities of the character, creating a work that is aesthetically pleasing and intellectually engaging. Lastly, title and cultural implication. The title Shakuntala itself holds a significant and a symbolic meaning. So Shakuntala is the protagonist, a complex character who embodies the tension between natural and divine, of the personal and social. The story serves as a microcosm of the larger cultural and religious landscape of the ancient India, that also reflects the interplay of mythology, spirituality, and human experiences.
The moral lesson of the story, entitled Shakuntala, is all about forgetting and ignoring one's responsibilities and duties can lead to misunderstandings and suffering. The story, entitled Shakuntala, explores the complexities of love, faith, and the consequences of neglecting one's duty and relationship.
The War of Crows and Owls is a renowned fable from the ancient India collection known as the Panchatantra, traditionally attributed to the sage and scholar Vishnu Sharma, who is believed to have lived around the 3rd century BCE. Vishnu Sharma was said to have been tasked by a king to educate his 3 sons in politics, diplomacy, and statecraft. Instead of conventional methods, he chose to impart wisdom through animals' fables, leading to the creation of the Panchatantra. The story unfolds in the forest, the natural habitat of crows and owls, symbolizing the struggle for surviving. Through the interaction of these animals, characters, the fable teaches valuable life lessons and practical wisdom, making the Panchatantra one of the most widely translated non-religious books in the world.
Kavi the Wise Owl. Kavi is the elderly and wise leader of the owl tribe. He embodies knowledge, wisdom, and foresight. Kavi is respected by all, even by his enemies, by his fairness and rationality. Maya is a enchanting nightingale. Maya is a beautiful nightingale who resides in the forest. She represents beauty, grace, and the power of persuasion. Both the owls and crows are enamored by her, often seeking for her guidance and faithfulness. Tara, the determined sparrow. Tara is a determined sparrow who refuses to be intimidated by the larger predators in the forest. She represents courage, resilience, and the power of perseverance. Tara inspires the others to stand for themselves and fight for what they believe in. In the War of Owls and Crows, this character navigates through the complexities of the forest, facing challenges, making alliance, and ultimately striving to achieve peace and harmony amidst ongoing conflict.
Now that we are finished analyzing the characters of the story, The War Between the Crows and the Owls, come with me as we witness and observe the conflict between the owls and crows. The first significant event that we are going to witness is the ongoing attacks by the owls on the crows, leading to many casualties among the crows.
There was a huge banyan tree where a large number of crows reside with Meghavarana their king, and a nearby cave, which is also the home of the owls, led by King Arimaradana. The owls regarded the crows as their enemy. They would fly near the banyan tree and attack any crowd they caught and kill them, as the owls have a clear vision during night, making it their advantage against the crows.
The next event is the Council of the Five Ministers advising the King of the Crows on different strategies to deal with the owl's threat.
Because of the frequent attack of the owls, the Minister of the Crows gathered to address the concerns and suggestions on dealing with their enemy, the owls. One of the five ministers asked their King Meghavarana about his view on the present concerns they are facing. One also advised to make peace with the enemy, as they are strong and untiring. Another member of the minister also said that the owls are not only strong, but also cruel and do not follow ethics of war. Instead, they would fight in a way they can gain advantage against the enemy. But one minister disagreed, saying the enemy is strong, cruel, and does not follow ethics of war, so they cannot make peace with them. We should retreat to a safer place. One said that staying in their home would be much safer, because if they will desert their post, they would be in great danger with the presence of the owls. But the king is not satisfied with their suggestions until Chirajivi shared his idea. Chirajivi's plan was to act as if he was a traitor. The crows would beat him up to convince their enemy and gain their trust, and then strike them in their weakness.
Chirajivi successfully infiltrated the owl's cave and set up a trap that leads to the demise of the owls.
Chirajivi began his mission in gaining the trust of the owls under King Arimaradana. He was then accepted into the home of the owls. He then asked that he'll make a nest near the entrance of the cave because he doesn't want to offend the other owls since he belonged to the enemy clan. He gathered twigs, pretending to build a nest, oblivious to the owls about his plan.
The crows, led by Meghavarana, returning to their banyan tree and establishing peace and justice with the help of Chirajivi after defeating their enemy, the owls.
Chirajivi then flew back to their post and asked their king Meghavarana to help him burn the twigs that he had set to trap the owls from the inside of the cave. The owls died due to the smoke and fire. The crows then returned to their banyan tree, fearlessly with the help of Chirajivi. Then, they lived without the fear of being attacked, and King Meghavarana ruled justly thereafter.
So next is the conflict, a story that reflects age-old rivalry between the two bird species. Crows, known for their cunning and adaptability, battle the majestic and intelligent owls in battle for their territory and supremacy. The author skillfully weaves a narrative of tension and betrayal as the conflict escalates, showing the different strategies used by both sides. Through this engaging and thought-provoking story, the authors contemplate the complexities of conflict and its long-term effects on individuals and societies. The author's style of The War of the Crows and Owl is characterized by a unique blend of vivid imagery and allegorical storytelling. The author uses a rich description to paint a detail of the winning factions of the crows and owl, bringing the conflict to life in the reader's mind. Through the use of symbolism and metaphor, the author explores deeper themes of power struggle and social dynamics. Then the title and cultural implication. The title of this literary work invokes a sense of conflict and duality, setting the stage for a narrative that explores theme of conflict, power struggles, or perhaps the delicate balance between the two opposing forces. Additionally, the traces of animals, crows and owl have a symbolic weight in the different culture.
The theme of the story, entitled The War of Coals and Knolls, is all about strategic thinking and collaboration. In The War of Coals and Knolls, the theme highlights the importance of cleverness and teamwork in solving challenges. The character uses intelligence and collaboration in overcoming obstacles, showing the importance of strategic thinking and collaboration. Moral lesson: sacrifice for the greater good. The story of The War of Coals and Knolls teaches us the value of sacrificing for the greater good. Claudi's selfless actions demonstrate that putting the team first can lead to big success. It emphasizes not judging by appearances, valuing teamwork, and understanding the power of collective effort in the face of challenges.